Razorback Sports Network from Learfield. Welcome to the Sonic Postgame Show, presented by Sonic Drive-In, a proud sponsor of Razorback Athletics for over 25 years. Live free, eat Sonic. Let's head back courtside now with the voice of the Razorbacks, Chuck Barrett.
Hogs win it by 5.
Oh, it wasn't there.
Postgame show after this for Summit Utilities.
We're back with more of the Sonic Postgame Show after this timeout. Sonic has been a proud sponsor of Razorback Athletics for over 25 years. Live free. Eat Sonic.
When it comes to keeping your family safe, Summit Utilities is here to help keep your senses sharp both inside and outside your home. If you smell a bad odor like rotten eggs, leave on foot immediately. It might be a gas leak. Then call both 911 and Summit Utilities from a safe location. Outside your home, it's important to know what's below before you dig. Always call 811 to have your utility lines marked. It's free and can save you a lot more than money. Your safety is our priority. For more on gas safety, visit summitutilities.com/safety.
Look, you already know eating right and staying active make a big difference, but weight loss surgery could get you back in the game. Check out the Bariatric and Metabolic Institute at Encore Medical Center in Saline County, part of the Arkansas Heart Hospital team. Their bariatric experts can help you lose the extra weight, get off medications, manage diabetes, and more. Visit arheart.com/BMI now for details. That's arheart.com/BMI for weight loss surgery. Your ticket to better health.
We're back after a word for your local station. This is Razorback Basketball from Learfield.
Hey, it's Brooke here, and at Chris Crane Hyundai, we've got a huge selection of pre-loved vehicles like never before. Late models loaded with new technology? Check. Payments to fit any budget? Check. Silverados, Civics, Broncos, and more. Check, check, check. Saints that love to say yes? You know it.
Our pre-loved inventory has never been better than now. Come visit your friends at Chris Crane Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway and online at chriscranehyundai.com.
What's better than getting something for free? Winning.
Woohoo!
And with the $5 bundle from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, you get the chance to do both. For $5, you get 3 tickets, a Powerball ticket with Power Play, a Mega Millions ticket, and a free Natural State Jackpot ticket. That's 3 ways to win. So ask for the $5 bundle today. Bundle is eligible with Quick Picks only. Offer ends February 28th. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
State Forester and the Ad Council.
Now, more of the Sonic Postgame Show presented by Sonic Drive-In. Live free. Eat Sonic.
Hogs by 8 as we welcome you back to the Sonic Postgame Show and remind you about their new Bacon Deluxe Sonic Smasher. Arkansas 3-6 in conference play now, 14-8 overall. They've got Alabama coming in on Saturday night to Bud Walton Arena. Matt Zimmerman's gone back to the Razorback locker room. We'll have a word with Cal as we move along on the postgame show. Let's go ahead and check the numbers, though. They're brought to you by Edward Jones. You can find an Edward Jones financial advisor near you at edwardjones.com. Hogs end up shooting 44% tonight, 22 of 50 from the floor for the Razorbacks. Texas 34%, 22 of 64 for the Longhorns. They put up 14 more shots than did the Razorbacks. They out-rebounded Arkansas 41-36, but they had 13 offensive rebounds, and Arkansas only had 3. Now, the good news there was they didn't make many of their second shots. Texas only had 8 second-chance points to 4 for the Razorbacks. So even though Arkansas did give up some O boards by the Longhorns, it did not really come back to haunt them. Our final Highland Dairy three-pointer update. Get a splash of fresh flavor with dairy products from Highland Dairy. Arkansas 7 of 17 from three-point range, 5 of 9 in the second half. Texas 6 of 22 for the ball game. 4 of them came after halftime. Arkansas 41% from 3, Texas 27%. A lot of free throws. I mean, a lot of free throws. You had 62 free throws between the two sides tonight. Arkansas 27 of 35. Texas 20 of 27. The vast majority of those free throws shot in the second half. Arkansas turned it over 9 times. They forced 11. They were +4 in points off turnovers, 12-8. We told you Texas out-rebounded Arkansas by 5 and by 10 on the O boards. Their bench was a little bit better, 15-9. Arkansas didn't attack quite as well in the second half. Didn't attack the rim, I should say, quite as well in the second half as they did the first. Texas +4 in paint points, +6 in fast break points. But here's where it favored Arkansas. 7 blocks for the Razorbacks, 8 steals for the Razorbacks tonight, 14 assists on 22 made baskets. So now the Razorbacks shared the ball, particularly in the first half. Individually, John L. Davis led the way, 24 points for Nelly, 6 of 6 at the foul line, had 5 rebounds and 2 assists. The third straight game in which John L. Davis has played like the player Arkansas thought they were getting when he transferred from Florida Atlantic. Had scored 18 points in back-to-back games, nets 24 tonight. 14 points for Adu Thero before fouling out. He had 5 rebounds and 2 assists in the game as well. DJ Wagner just filled up the stat sheet again. 13 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. DJ continues to play well as the floor general. Those were the only 3 in double figures, though. 9 points for Knox, 9 points for Ivisic. Zvonimir had 12 rebounds in the ball game. In fact, Ivisic had the front end of a 1-and-1 late. Missed that, or he would have had a double-double tonight. But Zvonimir certainly played well. 4 points for Richmond, 3 for Brazil, 2 for Jonas Adu tonight. I want to move over here to some of the defensive categories. 4 steals tonight for Nelly, 2 for Carter Knox, a steal apiece for DJ Wagner and Trevin Brazil. Block shots tonight, we mentioned Ivisic had 4. Thero and Knox each had a block shot, and Billy Richmond had a stuff at the end of the ball game when Texas was driving down the floor. They thought they were going to get a fast break basket at the end, and Billy rejected it, and that really kind of put the exclamation point on the Razorbacks' win tonight. 78-70, the final in Knoxville. More to do on the Sonic Postgame Show after this from the Arkansas Ford dealers.
We'll be back with more of the Sonic Postgame Show, presented by Sonic Drive-In. Live free, eat Sonic.
The Hog Call, the siren song of the Cardinal and White. It's thousands of voices raising to a fever pitch before tip-off, and a clear warning for any foe that dares get in their way. Ford knows that strong traditions start with leadership, like Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, 48 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Razorbacks, only at your Arkansas Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
Become a Razorback. Earn your degree from the University of Arkansas no matter where you live. Online students at the U of A receive the same high-quality education as on-campus students. Go to online.uark.edu to find a program that lets you advance your career or start a new one. The U of A Online. Apply now at online.uark.edu.
Calling the Hogs. This is the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
February might be short on days, but we're long on deals at Gwatney Chevrolet. Get behind the wheel of a 2024 Chevrolet Trax for as low as $299 a month, or take up to $13,500 off a brand new 2025 Chevrolet Silverado. We have cars in stock as low as $3,999, but hurry, these deals won't last forever. Save big before the end of the month. Visit us at 1301 T.P. White Drive in Jacksonville today. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. With approved credit restrictions apply, see dealer for details.
Companies are shifting their telephone systems to the cloud, and you should too. ESI eCloud PBX has everything you need. Features like work from anywhere, video calls, and advanced security tools make ESI eCloud PBX one of the best choices for any business. Opt out of the high cost of your traditional phone system and move to the cloud. Sign up for an online demo at nsgdv.com and get your system activated at no charge.
Network Services Group. One call does it all.
Welcome back to the Sonic Postgame Show. Sonic has been a proud sponsor of Razorback Athletics for over 25 years. Live free. Eat Sonic.
And we welcome you back to the Sonic Postgame Show and remind you about their new Bacon Deluxe Sonic Smashers. Hogs 78-70 tonight over Texas. They post back-to-back quad one road wins. They have done a lot to help themselves over the last two ball games in terms of the NCAA tournament. They're still on the outside looking in, but there's a window now. There's a pathway. And Arkansas, with these two road victories, has certainly put themselves back in the conversation. Time now for the play of the game. It's brought to you by the Arkansas Heart Hospital. We're going to go into the early stages of the second half. Arkansas put together a 15-0 run over the final 2 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the second half. This was the culmination. Nellie Davis for three. Rebound, Karams away, and Ivisic picks it up. Zvonimir with 10 boards now. Wagner kicks to Davis. Left wing, three ball good. The Hogs have broken it open. They want a timeout on the other end. The Razorbacks have outscored them 8-0 to begin the second half. It's 43-24. Arkansas would extend that lead ultimately to 23 points, 52-29. That is the biggest lead the Razorbacks enjoyed tonight very early in the second half. Texas began to whittle away. The Longhorns would get within 5 late in the ball game, but Arkansas would turn back the rally and win the ball game by 8 points. I think I neglected a moment ago to run down the individual scoring for Texas. So I'm going to do that now before we name our star of the game. Trey Johnson, their freshman, outstanding freshman from Garland, Texas, led them with 25 points. They had 4 players in double figures. Kaluma had 12. Half of them came at the free throw line. 11 points for Julian Larry off the bench. 10 points for Caden Shedrick. Shedrick came alive in the second half. Didn't do a whole lot in the first. Those were the 4 in double figures for Texas. 8 for Pope. 2 points apiece for Pryor and Kent. Oyema played, did not score. Cody played, did not score. And Tremont Mark, former Razorback, started for Texas. He did not score a point tonight. He was 0 of 2 from the floor, missed a 3-point attempt, did not get to the foul line. He had 4 rebounds, but ultimately he played with some foul trouble tonight. 4 fouls on Mark, and it just did not go well for Tremont tonight. Time for us to name our star of the game now. It's brought to you by the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, balancing power reliably, affordably, and responsibly. John L. Davis is going to receive our Star of the Game award tonight. The transfer from Florida Atlantic, 6'4", native of Gary, Indiana. 7 of 15 from the floor, 4 of 8 from beyond the arc. Made all 6 free throw attempts. Had 5 rebounds in the ball game. Couple of assists in the ball game tonight, and ended up with 4 steals. 4 steals in the ball game tonight for Nellie Davis. So what a performance by the graduate transfer, and he is our star of the game. And I should also tell you that the Arkansas Heart Hospital is the only hospital in the region that specializes entirely in your heart health. Choose the Arkansas Heart Hospital, all heart. Well, Z's back there chasing down Cal, and we'll see if he's found him when we come back after this from the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
We're back with more of the Sonic postgame show after this timeout. Sonic has been a proud sponsor of Razorback Athletics for over 25 years. Live free. Eat Sonic.
The Electric Cooperatives got its start lighting Arkansas, and we continue to meet that demand with every resource we can deliver. We're powering your life where you live every single day through one of 17 local cooperatives, each unique, always united, and in your community. Our mission? To provide reliable, affordable, and responsible power to every corner of Arkansas. It's the local hometown cooperative way, because we're better connected together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
All right, Hog fans, it's time to show us your tusk. Whether it's football, soccer, or baseball, or even basket weaving, if you're a Razorback, you know it's all about the Hogs. And now you can show your support with every sip of Tusk beer. Goat Lab is the official craft brewery of the Arkansas Razorbacks, and Tusk is the only beer that supports Razorback NIL. Grab an ice-cold Tusk and show your Tusk for the team that makes Arkansas proud. Must be 21 or older to enjoy. Please drink responsibly.
Follow the Hogs on and off the hardwood at Razorback MBB. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and more. This is Arkansas basketball from Learfield.
Let's face it, getting old isn't fun. But at Edwards Food Giant, aging isn't a bad thing. Introducing dry-aged beef from Edwards, where their expert butchers will let whole cuts of certified Angus beef age for 28 days in their cooler as temperature and humidity are controlled to create the perfect environment for aging. The result is a steak that is tender, flavorful, and unlike any steak you've ever had. Bring the flavor of a 5-star steakhouse to your dinner table with dry-aged beef from Edwards. Available at their new store in North Little Rock and coming soon to an Edwards Food Giant near you.
The future of luxury today. That slogan from Genesis of Conway has never been truer than it is right now. I say that because the incredible, the unbelievable, the remarkable GV70 can now enhance your life beyond your wildest dreams at 2.99% interest for up to 60 months and up to $3,000 off. Make it happen. Genesis. It becomes genius when there's you. And you drop an E. Okay, never mind. Genesis of Conway. Future of luxury today.
Initiative and the Ad Council.
Now, more of the Sonic postgame show presented by Sonic Drive-In. Live free. Eat Sonic.
The Hogs win at 78-70 as we welcome you back to the Sonic postgame show. Time for us to hear from John Calipari. It's being presented by Tyson Foods. Be sure to check out Tyson's new and delicious Razorback chicken nuggets. They'll have you cheering woo pig suey, so get yours today. Here's Z with Coach Cal.
Wow, Coach, what a great victory on the road. It's been an incredible 5 days, 78-70 over a good Texas team. And at times they didn't look that good tonight because we made them look like that. It was a hard-fought win.
I said to ESPN at halftime, kids are fighting, they're playing defense, and that I love coaching this team. And we're coming together. We're still not close to what I think we could be. But, again, we got another team coming in this weekend who has a week off, like Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And we play the same thing. Wednesday, Saturday, they have a week off. That's going to make it doubly hard, but who cares? Let's go. We need our fans there, early, standing. Look, I've been in that building when it's nuts. I've been there. We need it nuts now. From here on in, we need it nuts because we're going to play hard games. But we've proven now in two tough places, we can go on the road and win.
Yeah. Coach, what was the key tonight? There were so many factors. It was great defense.
It was all defense. I even told him after, I wasn't at my best because I was just trying to get us out of the gym. I wasn't worried about what it looked like, nothing. I just said we got to get this time down. We were grinding it some. But I was pulling the reins back because the only way they could beat us is if there were more possessions that they could make some crazy plays. So I was trying to limit possessions. Didn't do a great job of it, and I told them, I'll drag you across the line more than I'll hurt you. But, they did their thing. They made free throws. Carter made those free throws. Billy made those free throws. Billy made that block shot out of nowhere.
Spiked it.
Oh, my gosh. Big-time plays.
Coach, twice in the second half, they narrowed it down. Texas was fighting hard, and Adu goes to the basket. 2 incredible athletic dunks. I know the game is a lot more than dunking a basketball, but those were huge plays.
Yeah, and he can do that. And they were, like, out of nowhere. We throwing together all the injuries. It took us time. And I always say that. My teams, it takes time. But I'm telling you, from day one, I keep saying I like the team. I think DJ is doing an unbelievable job as a point guard running this team, getting us involved in stuff. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's nice to see Nelly being what we thought he could be.
Been great.
And he's been great. And now Carter's stepping up, Billy, TB, Jonas, and then Z made another big 3 that, ended the game.
Huge 3. Coach, in another game, single-digit turnovers, 9 on the road. That talks about DJ.
8 last game, 9 this game.
17 turnovers on the road.
And the only thing that happened late, I kept telling them we got 2 timeouts. If there's anything close, just call a timeout, and they didn't. I'm looking, you listening to me? Why even risk that? I mean, we risked some stuff that could have gone the other way. Nelly's 3 in the corner was like, please go in, bang. So it's good to see.
And Coach, there was a stretch. You probably couldn't see it because you got so much to look at. But Carter had fouled. We'd missed a shot, and Carter was hustling and fouled. And Nelly went right over and was coaching him, an older guy, a fifth-year guy. And he was like, we got to have the clock running. Don't foul right there. And I could just watch him coaching his teammate.
I'm proud of him.
Nelly's really stepped up.
Nelly, before the last game, these guys have got me in this mindset. They have got me in this mindset. Before the last game, Nelly came in. I met with each individual guy. And Nelly just, as a matter of factly, said, we're winning this game. It was on Thursday of last week. I went, okay, great. I'm talking he had a look like, we're not losing this game. He didn't say that. He said, we're winning this game. And with him playing the way he is now, we're now we're dangerous. You just think about, early on where, you gotta have a dagger thrown, and we threw a bunch of them today.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Cal, in the locker room just a few moments ago. Matt Zimmerman's joined us again here at our broadcast table. You can see the confidence in the players on the floor, and you can hear the confidence in Cal's voice. He likes the way his team's playing right now.
Yeah, he was so happy in there. I think it's the happiest I've seen him, even more so than the game at Madison Square Garden or the Georgia game. And now Kentucky, he was very happy as well. But he feels like this team is really playing very well. He thinks this team can get even better. And he said, man, we are playing as good as anybody in our league. He's very confident.
The defense has been stellar the last 2 games. Offense will come and go. But the defense for really 80 minutes now has been awfully good.
Yeah, you see it when Texas would come right here in front of me and you tonight. We were all over those guys, DJ, Billy, Carter. All of them were out pressuring Nelly with the 4 steals. And it was hard for Texas to run any offense. And at times it looked like they weren't running anything. It's because Arkansas wouldn't let them run anything. Great defense and another performance that you can carry forward to the next game.
It's getting late. Let's go home. Let's head back to Arkansas. Hogs winning tonight. 14-8 the overall record now. 3-6 in conference play. Alabama comes to Fayetteville this weekend. 7:30 will be the tip-off time. Saturday night, we'll be on the air with a courtside show at 7, and we hope you'll make plans to join us then. Again, our final score tonight from Austin, Texas. The Razorbacks beat the Longhorns 78-70. We'll turn it over to Zach DeBozard in the Learfield studios after this for Visit Hot Springs.
We'll be back with more of the Sonic Postgame Show, presented by Sonic Drive-In. Live free, eat Sonic.
When you
share the story of your summer vacation, will people lean in or tune out? When you tell them you spent one morning in a 4-story treehouse and that afternoon at the world's largest indoor Tesla coil, you'll have their attention. When you explain that you took your kids on thrill rides and a Sunset Lake cruise in the span of a few hours, they'll be hooked. And when you say you enjoyed a relaxing soak in the city's famous thermal spring water, well, then they'll just be jealous because they didn't go to Hot Springs, Arkansas. For more info, visit hotsprings.org.
The 104th annual opening day for Razorback Baseball is Friday, February 14th at 3 p.m. at Baum-Walker Stadium in Fayetteville. Celebrate the beloved ballpark's 30th anniversary season when the Hogs take the diamond for the first time in 2025 on this unofficial state holiday. The excitement continues all weekend long, so if you have tickets, make sure they're being used. Or you can get tickets for opening weekend at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
The home of the Hogs. This is Arkansas basketball on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
Some vehicles are simply made. Cadillac vehicles are made to be iconic. And whether that's being made to be vibrant in an all-electric Lyriq, made to be epic in a luxurious Escalade, or made to be thrilling with the dynamic performance of CT4 and CT5, Cadillac is always made to be bold. Because icons aren't just born, they're made. Visit your local Cadillac showroom today.
It's Justin Acree for Coffin by Design West. Shop with the local folks and get exactly what you want. You can also shop from the convenience of your own home by going to KaufmanLumber.com. There's an online store with over 800,000 items in inventory that can be delivered straight to your front door. Items in inventory include everything from hardware to housewares, heating and cooling supplies, lawn and garden tools, sporting goods, store and office supplies, and there's a huge range of products in each area available. So go by their store in West Little Rock at 14900 Cantrell Road or do your shopping online at KaufmanLumber.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Arkansas. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the University of Arkansas and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the University of Arkansas. Welcome back to the Sonic Postgame Show. Sonic has been a proud sponsor of Razorback Athletics for over 25 years. Live free. Eat Sonic.
Zach DeBozar here with you inside Learfield Network Studios. Sonic Postgame Show presented by Sonic. Try their Junior Deluxe Cheeseburger, French Toast Sticks, small floats, and more for only $1.99 each. Live free. Eat Sonic. We owe our affiliates a 10-second break for station identification on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
1037 The Buzz, your exclusive Razorback headquarters in Central Arkansas. KABC Little Rock.
Time to crack open the SEC Notebook. It's presented by the Daspit Law Firm, the official injury law firm of Razorback Athletics. Only two other games happening today. Georgia defeated LSU 81-62 in Athens, and fourth-ranked Tennessee, they had to come from behind. They were down 6 at home to 15th-ranked Missouri, but they ended up winning 85-81. Double-double for Igor Milicic Jr., 21 points, 10 rebounds, also added 4 blocks. Did the Vols big man in the win. Top 25 scoreboard. A couple of games in the Big Ten of note. Number 24 Michigan beat Oregon 80-76. Rutgers upset 23rd ranked Illinois in Piscataway 82-73. Obviously that one hurts a bit for the Hogs, having Illinois on their resume as a loss. 17th ranked Memphis beat Tulsa today 83-71, and second ranked Duke trounced Syracuse in the Dome 83-54. Duke has now won 16 in a row, something they haven't done since the 2005-2006 season. That's your look at your SEC Notebook and top 25 scoreboards here on this Wednesday night. As we take a look ahead, Arkansas has Alabama, third ranked, heading in to Bud Walton Arena. You might have heard the tip-off time got moved back 30 minutes. It is now a 7:30 tip-off, means we'll be on the air 7 o'clock for the Razorback Courtside Show presented by Visit Hot Springs and Oaklawn Hot Springs. Yeah, something about Luka Doncic and playing with his new team or something like that. But obviously being on ESPN, that's where that's going to be. So everything gets pushed back 30 minutes into that night, which includes Arkansas and Alabama. Again, Hogs hosting the third-ranked Tide. 7:30 the tip, 7 o'clock is the Courtside Show. We hope to have you along here if you're not making it out to the Bud. And until then, have a good rest of your Wednesday night, Arkansas. What a game this one was. Hogs win 2 in a row on the road and should come back home for a very good game against the third-ranked team in the nation. One more time, your final score, Arkansas 78, Texas 70 for Chuck Barrett and Matt Zimmerman out at the Moody Center in Austin. I'm Zach DeBozart here in Learfield Network Studios. Go Hogs. Enjoy the rest of your night, Arkansas. You're on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
On the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield, you've been listening to the Sonic Postgame Show. Sonic has proudly sponsored Razorback athletics for over 25 years. Live free. Eat Sonic. University of Arkansas basketball has also been sponsored by your Arkansas Ford dealers. Test drive the Ford F-150, official truck of the Razorbacks, at a dealer near you. First Security Bank. It's banking with people you know and people you know you can count on. First Security. Bank better. Coca-Cola, proud to be the official soft drink sponsor of the Razorbacks. Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield, trusted by Arkansans for more than 75 years for reliable, affordable health insurance. Take good care, Arkansas, by UAMS Health, the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for the Razorbacks. Visit Hot Springs. Time for a road trip to Hot Springs, Arkansas. Learn more at hotsprings.org. By Shelter Insurance. For award-winning service, find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. West Rock Coffee. Produced right here in Arkansas, West Rock is proud to be the official coffee sponsor of the Razorbacks. By Oaklawn Hot Springs, Arkansas's only casino resort. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please drink responsibly. By Summit Utilities, delivering natural gas to Razorback fans all across Arkansas. Arkansas Heart Hospital, dedicated to your heart. Ballpark, proud to be the official hot dog of the Razorbacks. By Zips Car Wash, proud sponsor of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Harps, quality foods, hometown fresh. It's that simple at Harps. The Arkansas Department of Health. Quit tobacco. We can help. By SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of Razorback Athletics. Edward Jones. Find a financial advisor near you at edwardjones.com. By Roller Funeral Homes. For 3 generations, the Razorback Nation has trusted the Roller family to serve yours with all our respect. Kubota. For Earth, for Life. Highland Dairy. Locally made, naturally delicious. By your local Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. The University of Arkansas Online, offering flexible degree programs. Apply now at online.uark.edu. By Qual Choice Health Insurance, the quality choice for health insurance. Keep it simple with Qual Choice. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, reliable, affordable, responsible power. By Baptist Health, Arkansas's largest and most comprehensive health system. Greenway Equipment, for equipment that works as hard as you do. Regions Bank. Regions, the official bank of the SEC. And by Modelo Especial, brewed for full-time Razorback fans. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation of the Razorback Sports Network.
You've been listening to Arkansas Razorback Basketball on your home for the Hogs in Central Arkansas, 103.7 The Buzz. This broadcast was presented by Kaufman by Design West, Bale Chevrolet, Blackman Auctions, Lion Legal Services, Malvern National Bank, Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, Genesis of Conway, Gwatney Chevrolet, Network Services Group, First Security, Chris Crane Hyundai, Edwards Food Giant, Expressway Airport Parking, and Low T Center.
Arkansas steals the ball. Nelly to the other end and a one-hand jam. John L. Davis with the dunk.
With another edition of Arkansas basketball in the books, it's time to break down the game from every angle.
Boogie's open in the corner. Flan for 3. It's good, and Arkansas leads.
This is the 103.7 The Buzz Arkansas basketball postgame show.
Pass knocked away at the horn. The shot's no good from Gale, and Arkansas wins it. Defense at the end gives the Razorbacks a 2-point win over Michigan.
Here is your host, Josh Neighbors.
8.9 to go. Texas throws it in. Johnson across the timeline. 4 seconds, 3 seconds to the rim. They let him lay it up, and he blew the layup. Richmond gets the rebound, and it's over. The Razorbacks have come to Austin and beaten Texas. 2 straight wins on the road for John Calipari and the Hogs. 78-70. The satisfying final tonight in Austin.
Rack 'em up, stack 'em up, back-to-back road quadrant 1 wins for your Arkansas Razorbacks. 78-70 over the Texas Longhorns at the beautiful, brand-new Irwin Center tonight in Austin, Texas. That's back-to-back massive wins. This is the Arkansas Basketball Postgame Show on 103.7 The Buzz. I am Josh Neighbors. Damon Poole hammering those 1s and 2s, the wheels of steel, making sure the show goes off correctly. Will Armstrong, Bryson Jackson. Bryson improves his record to 3-0 while he is here. Will is now 2-0 while he is here. The good luck charms, the Hogs, and the Arkansas postgame show are here. 501-661-1037. That's the D3 Auto Sales text line. Also, that's how you can call us. This is the People's postgame show. So it was a lot of frustration the first month. In Michigan, they say January, February, Izzo. Well, it's a lot of questions in January for Cal teams. It's a whole lot of answers in February. Twitter, X, whatever you call it, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Those places you guys can find us, and also obviously on 103.7 The Buzz and on the app. Another victory, and tonight, here's the snapshot. Here's what matters about tonight. On Saturday, when Arkansas wins that game, they won a shootout. They showed the offensive ability that they could go out and score, shot for shot, punch for punch, with elite scoring teams. Tonight, another road game, they showed they could grind one out, even when Texas surged in the second half. Arkansas always had that answer. They had it more offensively in the last game. They had some of that in this game, but defensively, as the pace of the game got really terrible and awful like it does in every SEC game. This is the second year doing the post-game show. For some reason, referees are like, you know what, I have not been on television enough tonight. Time to blow the whistle a few more times in the second half. Did not stop the Hogs. Love the fact that after the game, you heard John Calipari say this. He said, I talked to Nelly, I think he said Thursday. He said, we're winning this game against Kentucky. And after that, I had a really difficult time thinking the Hogs would come out and be flat. I felt really good about this game tonight. Now, Texas has been playing better, but I've said this a bunch of these post-game shows. I like teams when their best player is not a freshman. Trey Johnson did have 25 points tonight, but he did it on 22 shots. He was 6-22. 10 for 12 in the line, sure, but Trey Johnson, it was a good night, not a great night, especially 6 for 22. Kind of reminded me of the nights Wade Taylor has. Wade Taylor will go 7 for 21, but he'll get to the line a bunch and score well. And so they limited him this evening. They limited the entire offense for Texas. 34% from the floor, 27% from 3, and they were good at the line, 20 of 27. It's not excellent, but it's not terrible. Arkansas made 7 more free throws. They made 1 more 3. They made the same amount of shots. Texas had the advantage in a few categories. Offensive rebounds, they killed Arkansas there. Points in the paint was +4 on that advantage, so not a huge discrepancy there. Fast break points went Texas' way. But ultimately, Arkansas's first half executions was got them that lead. If you can build a lead like that, you've got old guys who have been through the wars, you just feel pretty good. And it felt like they could get to the rim. Getting to the rim was the big key. There was some big threes hit. I know Big Z, he hit a big 3. But ultimately, it felt like that Thero dunk where Texas completely lost him was a massive play tonight. DJ Wagner, there is no more deadly weapon in the entire country right now than the left hand of DJ Wagner. He's so good at driving right and finding ways to get back to his left. And I made this point earlier today on the morning show that he was bad in the first game at point guard. He got better in the second game at point guard. He was really good the third game at point guard. And I wouldn't say he was excellent tonight. He ends up having 13 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. But I'll tell you what, it felt like he can just draw so much attention from the defense. The reason why last postgame show I used the Tyrese Maxey comparison is because what Tyrese Maxey does so well is he just draws so much attention from the defense. I think De'Aaron Fox did that too. There's no substitution for excellent ball handling combined with elite speed and quickness. And Wagner's got that. Zakai Ziegler's a really great guard. Really good, at maneuvering and operating. Chris Paul, kind of good example of this. But those guys, not the elite athletes. And when you see the elite athletes attack the rim and cause problems, things happen. And Boogie's a better passer than Wagner, but Wagner draws more attention from the defense because of how deep in the paint he can get. Boogie is not as quick as Wagner is, and that's Wagner's best advantage that he has. Star of the game, there's no doubt. Last game, we saw top of the key three to start things off from Nelly Davis. Tonight, he was the man. He wanted the ball in his hands, maybe even too much. He wanted to take and make every single shot. Tonight, 7 of 15, 4 3-pointers hit. He was nails at the line. He went to the line a bunch late when things were getting around 5-6 points and was so good at extending those leads. And making sure Arkansas never let them get too close. And that's the weird thing. People get nervous when these games get close to the Hogs, but the nice thing is now they've got veteran players. And it's not just the loss, not just the wins, that these guys have been through. It's the losses too. Losing basketball, I always think this in life in general. I always thought, like in my broadcasting career, bad experiences were the best teacher of what not to do. These guys just kind of knew what losing basketball looked like and refused to let it happen. Z misses a free throw. Guess what? Texas kicks it away. Arkansas picks it up and makes sure they pay for it. And Cal has been preaching confidence. I think he read that article that was written that was like Cal has lost his edge. And I was making this point before the show started to everybody in here, to Will and Bryson and Damon. I think the fact that basketball season comes off the heels of football season sometimes is a detriment just to how we view a sport. In basketball, there's so many games. It's a grind on a week-to-week basis. 2 games. Sometimes you'll have a stretch right here, 4-day stretch. You're at Rupp Arena in Kentucky, and then you are at Texas, the Irwin Center, in a 4-day stretch. How do you make sure that you are as dialed in, as locked in, you maintain the energy and focus after a game like that? I think if you were to say, okay, what's the most likely outcome, things that look good for Arkansas? Well, they'd have a slow start, right after that energy drain, the energy dump they had the other night. They were locked in from the start. And that's a credit to John Calipari. Do not get it twisted. All right? Are there better coaches in the country? Sure. Hurley. You can even say Barnes, Beard, all of these guys. But Cal's teams, he just has a way of making guys believe in themselves. And we'll hit a break here in a second. We have to go to Toby in Little Rock first. Toby, back-to-back great nights on the postgame show, brother.
Hey, what can you say? I'm kicking it off again for you late night. It's another tremendously feel-good night. And, I've said it all along, and I know a lot of other people may be saying the same thing, but I've said it before. I love Boogie Flynn. I really do. And his ceiling is very high, and he's probably going to be a great NBA player. But you are absolutely right. We just needed somebody a little bit older, a little bit bigger. And, Nelly and, the other point guards and whatever, that's what they give us. They really do. And one other thing, too, I'm so happy that he's starting Big Z, because Jonas, he's just, I don't know, maybe just feel injured. But Big Z, I'm telling you, he needs to leave him in there. He's getting more and more comfortable. And, hey, let me tell you, Saturday night, the roof's going to be blown off.
Oh, that place. It's a great. Thank you, Toby, as always. Toby's the number one supporter of the show, no matter time, place, whatever he calls in. That place better be a madhouse on Saturday night. Because home has not been where the heart has been this year for Arkansas. But it sets up a huge matchup because I'll tell you what. You beat Alabama, you're on the right side of the bubble. And that's an 8. So think about this. Saturday last week at 5 p.m., Arkansas is nowhere near a tournament. You go 8 days later, Arkansas could be on the right side of it. This is the 103.7 The Buzz Arkansas basketball postgame show. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's Brooke here, and at Chris Crane Hyundai, we've got a huge selection of pre-loved vehicles like never before. Late models loaded with new technology? Check. Payments to fit any budget? Check. Silverados, Civics, Broncos, and more. Check, check, check. Banks that love to say yes? You know it.
Our pre-loved inventory has never been better than now. Come visit your friends at Chris Crane Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway and online at chriscranehyundai.com.
Let's face it, getting old isn't fun. But at Edwards Food Giant, aging isn't a bad thing. Introducing dry-aged beef from Edwards, where their expert butchers will let whole cuts of certified Angus beef age for 28 days in their cooler as temperature and humidity are controlled to create the perfect environment for aging. The result is a steak that is tender, flavorful, and unlike any steak you've ever had. Bring the flavor of a 5-star steakhouse to your dinner table with dry-aged beef from Edwards. Available at their new store in North Little Rock and coming soon to an Edwards Food Giant near you.
The name says it all, and you'll find Honda's best models at Honda of North Little Rock, as they're your one-stop destination for quality motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides. If you have a passion for adventure, head on over to Honda of North Little Rock, as they cater to both thrill seekers and outdoor enthusiasts. Whether you're hitting the trails, cruising the roads, or exploring rugged terrain, we'll find the perfect ride for you. Nothing matches Honda's power, reliability, and innovation. Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
Hey guys, it's Dee Dee from Ava Bella Day Spa. Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and we have this special for all of you lovebirds. How about a romantic indulgent spa package, the 60-minute massage, and a lotion candle? That's our signature candles that the wax turns into lotion, all for $100. Plus, we have the Glow of Love, Forever Yours, and we also have memberships this year. Just go to avabellaDayspa.com and choose what you like, order your gift card, and give it to your Valentine. Or come on in and get that complimentary candle. avabellaDayspa.com.
Some vehicles are simply made. Cadillac vehicles are made to be iconic. And whether that's being made to be vibrant in an all-electric Lyriq, made to be epic in a luxurious Escalade, or made to be thrilling with the dynamic performance of CT4 and CT5, Cadillac is always made to be bold. Because icons aren't just born, they're made. Visit your local Cadillac showroom today.
Jones & Son Diamond Bridal and Fine Jewelry, along with 103.7 The Buzz, have your chance to win a Valentine's Day prize package, including 2 tickets to Ballet Arkansas's Romeo and Juliet, a $200 gift certificate for Author's Prime Steakhouse, and a massage package from Ava Bella Day Spa. To register, go to 1037thebuzz.com and fill out the online form. Win a Valentine's Day date package from Jones & Son Diamond Bridal and Fine Jewelry and 1037 The Buzz.
Are you ready to take your classic car or vintage 4x4 to the next level? Look no further than Overland Auto Restoration in Cabot. Our team of restoration experts have decades of experience in preserving the beauty and heritage of classic vehicles for our clients all across the country. From modern mechanical upgrades that enhance performance to new upholstery and paint, Overland ensures every detail is handled with care and completed right on time. Call Overland Auto Restoration in Cabot at 501-246-4372 or visit overlandautoworks.com and let us get your classic ride back on the road, looking and driving better than ever.
Hey, it's Brooke here, and at Chris Crane Hyundai, we've got a huge selection of pre-loved vehicles like never before. Late models loaded with new technology? Check. Payments to fit any budget? Check. Silverados, Civics, Broncos, and more. Check, check, check. Banks that love to say yes? You know it.
Our pre-loved inventory has never been better than now. Come visit your friends at Chris Crane Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway and online at chriscranehyundai.com.
Knox gonna throw it in off the baseline, drops it into Big Z. Guarded by Johnson, ahead to Carter, across the timeline, 2:20 to go. Baseline, Thero! A two-hand flush for a 2. Hawks back up by 10.
He fouled out, but he's the hammer, man. I mean, he's the hammer. He knows how to get around the rim and score. I say it's a lot. Like there's being a good scorer and there's knowing how to score, and it's guys like that. I mean, Thero's skill set, he's athletic, but he knows he is better than most guys at the rim, and so I think his performance will go a bit unheralded tonight. 14 points. Here, it's funny. His numbers are always great. He was 4 of 5 from the floor. Then he ends up going to the line. Bad night at the line. He was short-arming a ton in that first half. But he ends up having a great night because the next thing I want to mention in this Arkansas basketball postgame show here on 103.7 The Buzz, I'm Josh Neighbors. Damon Poole on the ones and twos. Will Armstrong and Bryson Jackson are here as well. Before the break, Toby made a good point, and you can make your points at 501-661-1037. That's the D3 Auto Sales text line. That is also our call line as well. That the guard play. So when you've got three guards, Nelly Davis, you've got DJ Wagner, and also you've got Boogie out there, there's kind of an idea of like, hey, where is the ball supposed to be? Who's it supposed to be with? How's it supposed to look? And you saw DJ heat up in that Michigan game. And so it was kind of just his ball. Now there's less. This is not a knock on Boogie. This is just like a team flow thing. You know, it's addition by subtraction because there's just less possible guys to have the basketball. And those guys know they have to make plays now. There's no question about where they need to be and how they need to play. They know exactly what they have to do. Let's go to Savage now on the phone line. Savage, brother, another big one.
What's going on, man? You know, Josh, I think when they started out Boogie, it took Wagner out of his position. He didn't have the greatest freshman year at Kentucky, but this guy's the captain of this team. I know everything goes through the athleticism through Fierro, but without Wagner, he always comes up with that clutch bucket. He's always getting people lined up. When he's on the free throw line, he's talking to them. We always want to find out who is the leader of this team. It's Stu Wagner. And as long as Wagner can lead this team, we're going to win more games. I'm going to get off. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I mean, we had John Daly on the morning show, and he said Cal said this, and this was the hard part about DJ. Out of high school, the Wagner name, because DeJuan was a massive, really high recruit. I think it was him and Kobe, I believe. I think they were coming out of high school, and Kobe played in Philly, and then DeJuan was from Jersey. And so those two guys together were just such massive, big story, obviously big recruits. DeJuan, I think, got a little bit off family name, which, Arch Manning, he might end up being awesome and amazing, but it happens. But you think about last year's team, like there were two guards from Kentucky who were drafted top 10, I believe. I forget, it's Reed Shepherd, and I forget who else was. But he was pushed there too. And by extension, your point also applies to John L. John L's not a point guard, but he likes to hang around the ball a bit more often because he's always ready to get the ball and now attack. Before, he was pushed into the corner. It's an excellent point you make there, Savage. That's kind of the different part about this. But when you've got such a short rotation, Billy Richardson, they're closing the game tonight. I was not thrilled with his performance against Kentucky. He looked a little lost out there. And speaking of lost, it kind of brings me now to the next thing I want to talk about, Zvonimir Visic. Okay, so yes, I would keep projectile objects away from you in your house when watching Visic play. He will make 3 plays a game where you're like, oh my God, what are we doing? But he's got a lot of confidence in him. And I think that's got to be from Coach Cal giving him confidence. This guy wants to shoot the ball. In the post, not great. But like this guy, there doesn't seem to be a ton of hesitation about how he plays. And I like that. And for Adu, I hate seeing an older guy who had some really early success clearly go through an injury and battle. He only played 4 minutes tonight. And I thought that was that's a little bit difficult to watch for a guy like that trying to find it. But guess what? Nelly was like that too. And I said this a bunch earlier in the season. There would be a time when the Hogs would call upon Nelly, and he would be a massive swing point, either positive or negative, in their season. Well, last 2 games, he has been that massive, massive important point. And so I think that's what we're seeing now is that these guys that we're asking to step up, and that's what you want. You want vets to step up. Like you really want veterans to step up and be those guys because they know how to win and how to lose. And, Nelly just looked like a winning basketball player tonight. Like that's what winning looks like. He smoked a 3 bad late in the game, really bad. But he's going to shoot the next one. And he went to the line and made all of them. And that's the kind of attitude now this team has. They kind of just said they had enough, right? There's a certain point that came. They said, all right, we've had enough of the losing. We've gotten over it. We've been in these tight games. And now they've taken control, and they're not fighting from behind as much as they were before. I think that's a huge, huge part of this. Jeff Monticello, I appreciate you, brother, on the D3 Auto Sales text line says, It's a great post-game show. I appreciate that. It's because of you all listening and also engaging in this show. And, he says, people, we react way too much. We give way too much feedback sometimes as fans. It happens. I get it. Football's week to week. We live and die with every single game. But basketball, you can't be that way because you play 18 conference games. You have to be prepared for that grind, especially the caliber of coach, I'll say it again, has stepped up so much since I was in school. Long gone are the days where we had Mark Fox, and these are not bad coaches, but Ole Miss has Chris Beard now. It's crazy. It's crazy. Will Wade, I know he left LSU, but Chris Jans at Mississippi State, Dennis Gates at Missouri, turning around from 0-18 to where they are right now. Rick Barnes has 800 plus wins right now at Tennessee. The caliber of coach, Mark Pope too. He's done a good job with that Kentucky team. The caliber of coach in this league, and none are better than the it's crazy to say this, maybe the two best coaches in all of America are in Alabama. Nate Oates, Bruce Pearl. That's nuts. In Alabama, right? ACC SEC Challenge. Who played them this year? Carolina and Duke played Auburn and Alabama. The quality of coach is so high. The quality of player now has gotten a lot higher. And so that's what makes it challenging, but these guys responded to it. They look like they don't just belong, but they're 47 in the net now. They're 3-7 in quad one games. That can improve on Saturday. We'll talk about that one coming up next here. 501-661-1037 here on the Arkansas Basketball Postgame Show. You can call in, you can text in. We'll be right back.
Here, and at Chris Crane Hyundai, we've got a huge selection of pre-log vehicles like never before. Late models loaded with new technology? Check. Payments to fit any budget? Check. Silverados, Civics, Broncos, and more. Check, check, check. Banks that love to say yes? You know it.
Our pre-loved inventory has never been better than now. Come visit your friends at Chris Crane Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway and online at chriscranehyundai.com.
Hey Razorback fans, it's Quinn Grovey. Check out the new location of Bell & Sword in Conway. Suits, shirts, vests, also polos with Arkansas logo gear from Johnny O and Peter Millar. A store within a store with Arkansas-made Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. Fantastic service with a tailor-on staff to fit you perfectly. Go to the location Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street, Conway, or on Facebook and Instagram.
The man known for creating sports awards has finally earned his own. The entire Buzz team would like to congratulate our own David Basil on being named the Arkansas Sports Broadcaster of the Year by the National Sports Media Association. David, thank you for your passion and hard work on Morning Mayhem and your many other endeavors. And you can catch the Arkansas Sports Broadcaster of the Year along with Roger, Justin, and Josh right here on the Buzz on Morning Mayhem, weekdays from 6 to 10. Congrats, Baz, and here's to a great 2025.
Some vehicles are simply made. Cadillac vehicles are made to be iconic. And whether that's being made to be vibrant in an all-electric Lyriq, made to be epic in a luxurious Escalade, or made to be thrilling with the dynamic performance of CT4 and CT5, Cadillac is always made to be bold. Because icons aren't just born, they're made. Visit your local Cadillac showroom today.
Let's face it, getting old isn't fun. But at Edwards Food Giant, aging isn't a bad thing. Introducing dry-aged beef from Edwards, where their expert butchers will let whole cuts of certified Angus beef age for 28 days in their cooler as temperature and humidity are controlled to create the perfect environment for aging. The result is a steak that is tender, flavorful, and unlike any steak you've ever had. Bring the flavor of a five-star steakhouse to your dinner table with dry-aged beef from Edwards. Available at their new store in North Little Rock and coming soon to an Edwards Food Giant near you.
It's Justin Acri. If you're dealing with back or neck pain, the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health is here to help. Whether it's neurosurgery, orthopedic surgery, sports medicine, or pain management, their experts have you covered with the latest technology and minimally invasive techniques. They're focused on reducing your pain, improving mobility, and getting you back to doing what you love. Call 501-686-TOSH to set up an appointment today. That's 501-686-8674. The doctor will see you now.
For 54 years, you've trusted Sigma Supply for all your packaging and shipping needs. And now, as part of Brady Plus, they've got even more to offer. From janitorial supplies, facility essentials, and food service disposables, Sigma Supply has you covered. And ordering is a breeze with over 50,000 new products online at sigmasupply.com. And do not forget to call sales manager David Breitenberg at 1-800-264-1661 and ask for the Buzz discount. Remember, if you're not using Sigma Supply, you've got low-grade product, man.
Hey, it's Brooke here, and at Chris Crane Hyundai, we've got a huge selection of pre-log vehicles like never before. Late models loaded with new technology? Check. Payments to fit any budget? Check. Silverados, Civics, Broncos, and more. Check, check, check. Banks that love to say yes? You know it.
Our pre-loved inventory has never been better than now. Come visit your friends at Chris Crane Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway and online at chriscranehyundai.com.
Wagner out high, gets a screen from Big Z. 10 to shoot. They work it right side to Nelly. 5 to shoot. Davis steps back and rattles home a three-pointer. John L. Davis with his 4th three of the night. 22 for Nelly.
Season high for John L. Davis. He was fantastic all night. This is the Arkansas basketball postgame show here on 103.7 The Buzz. I'm Josh Neighbors. 501-661-1037. That's the D3 Auto Sales text line. Damon Poole is here. Will Armstrong, Bryson Jackson. We love the live studio audience. They're wonderful. We're glad to have them with us. We're glad to have you with us as well. We've got Applejacks. Apple Greg is on the line. Greg, what do you got?
I'm kind of surprised I got in this quick, but I didn't get to watch the game. I was at bowling league all night, and I had like Arkansas yesterday for +8. The line dropped to +6 tonight. I still took them, and normally I probably would not have bet on the Hogs on anything, but I did. But thank God I had I've got a few parlays going on with that. So
yeah, we're glad for you that Greg has now won the award for most drunk caller on the Arkansas basketball postgame show. Apple Greg didn't watch the game, was at bowling league, and decided to call us to let us know he had the Hogs in a parlay. So we're glad for Greg, and we're glad for all the Razorback fans out there. We'll go to the D3 Auto Sales text line. We've got Tech out there who says, great win, great show, Josh. Got to go to sleep now. Keep up the good work, dude. You rule. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let's see. Also, from John, in Auburn, Arkansas SEC schedule was severely front-loaded with tough games. I think an at-large should be expected. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. It's actually not, because they've got Kentucky then, before, road game against Texas, and also they've got games against Auburn, Mississippi State, and Alabama all coming up. And I believe also A&M. So, and then Missouri on the 22nd at home, a team that hammered them the last time out. So I think it feels like it was front-loaded, but like they had Georgia and LSU in the beginning. Florida and Tennessee's tough start. But I mean, there were some games in the interim they could have won. So I would say it was equally as hard, but also this stretch here is the toughest stretch. Arkansas just playing their best ball during the toughest stretch, ostensibly, in my opinion. That's how I see it. Once again, I want to thank LC. Sends in a nice message. Let's see. Your show is very good. Thank you for your being there. Yes, I appreciate that. Can't read that text. Yeah, so you spin this forward. You go to Saturday now, right? Alabama comes to town. Home has been a massive problem for the Hogs. They have not played well. They have not defended home court well. And I'll be honest, the crowds have been anxious. This one should be a cauldron. This one should be just one speed. And for Arkansas, man, like the plan's pretty simple. What they have to do in this game is Alabama shoots a ton of threes and layups, and they want to take as many as possible. They want to attempt as many three-point shots as possible. That's what they want to do. And so you have to be ready to rebound. The offensive rebounding tonight, you cannot do offensive rebounding at the margin that they did it. You cannot be minus 10 in the rebounding category. It won't work. So the Hogs have to do better in that space, and I think they will be able to, but like they've got to get the big home win. That's what's next for them. Get that big home win. And if they get 3 straight, man, we're talking about, all right, it's a whole different ball game. We're not just talking about a team that's thinking about the tournament. They're thinking about, hey, coalescing, trying to look as good as possible, and then making the NCAA tournament. Appreciate you all listening to the show tonight. Let's see. I wake up, Josh live on radio. When I go to bed, Josh live on radio. Love it. Appreciate your hard work. Great show, I think. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes, right? It's let's see, 11:40 Central Time. You'll hear me again at 6:09 Central Time. So yeah, quick turnaround, but it's a lot of fun. Thank you all for listening. You want to catch the replay of the show? It's on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Twitch, and you guys can find it there. Also, Morning Mayhem coming up, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Catch me there. All right, folks, we appreciate you all. Hogs win 78-70, back-to-back big road victories. See you guys next time.